Hey, this is Dan Snow, and today I wanted to talk about the flow of internet marketing and the basic steps you need to take for setting up your online sales funnel. Now, the problem that I see most internet marketers faced with is that they can't generate enough leads for their business on a daily basis. And the main reason for this is that they don't understand how to leverage all the resources that are at their disposal in building their marketing funnel. So when I bring on a new teammate, one of the first things I do is I make sure that I educate them on all of the resources that are out there that they can use to build their business. Because misinformation or lack of information is one of the worst disadvantages you can be at. And in this industry, if you don't have the information, then you can't execute. We want to make sure that we're informed and then we proceed with proper execution. So once I do that, I want to make sure I know with each of my teammates how much money they have set aside for their marketing. Because depending on how much money they have, it will determine what kind of a marketing plan I set in place for them. Because as you know, there are both paid for strategies that we can use and free strategies. And once I know how much money somebody has set aside, then I can tailor a program that's unique to their needs and to their program. So that's something I'd advise to you as well. If you're a teacher or you're teaching people in this industry, make sure that you ask that question. Make sure you know how much money they have to spend. Okay, so today why don't we start with free marketing strategies, and I'll take you through a marketing flow. As you know, there are a wide range of free marketing strategies that we can use. One of them is video. Video is one of the most effective free marketing strategies we have at our disposal. We have article marketing, we have blogging, podcasts, press releases, and then the social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, MySpace. Now, what we want to do, the first thing you want to do is you want to come up with unique content, because we need to submit content across all of these sites. And that is what's going to provide our backlinks and the traffic to our website. So when I say submit content, when you first start out as an internet marketer, one of the first concerns you should have is taking in as much knowledge as you can. Because in order to create content, you have to have knowledge. And so that's where personal development comes in. So with all of my teammates, when they first get in, I have them reading tons of different pieces of literature on internet marketing, on mindset training, and entrepreneurship. And I get them reading as much as they can so that they can start soaking in knowledge which they then in turn can share with prospects through all these social media sites. So there is some work involved in these free strategies. So like I said, the first thing you need to do is submit content to all of these different areas: video, articles, blogs, across the board, podcasts, press releases, and then to the social networking sites. And one of the ways that I do this might sound kind of daunting at first because there's a lot of work involved, but what I do is, for example, every week I come up with a few key topics that I'm going to discuss or that I'm going to turn into content. So maybe one week I talk about Twitter, or I talk about entrepreneurial mindset. I write out a quick article, which I can then submit to the article sites. And then that same article, I'll turn it into a video. I'll turn it into a podcast, press release, and then I put it into my blog. So I don't have to recreate all sorts of content. I create one piece of content and then I submit it across the board. And what this will do is it will end up creating a ton of backlinks for you and your website. Because as you know, in order to get your website seen by the search engines and rise up on the search engines, you need to have really good search engine optimization. And one component of search engine optimization is actually something called off-site optimization. And off-site optimization part of it is the backlinks that go to your website. And the more backlinks that go to your website, the higher it's going to rank in the search engines. So when you submit content across the board here, it's doing a couple of things. It's providing backlinks for your website, because on each of these pieces of content that you put out, you're going to submit a link to your website, while at the same time, all of these sites are going to provide direct traffic back to your website, because people who see your content and who like what you have to say are going to come over here and they're going to visit your website. So traffic to your website, this is really important. And so you're going to start generating leads using all of these free strategies. And then once you have traffic to your website, I would hope that you have an opt-in form whereby prospects can opt into your website, and then you can follow up with them with your own email follow-up campaign. So what will happen once visitors come to your website here is one of two things. Either you'll have a direct sale, or your traffic will become a lead. So somebody will come to your website, they'll opt into your capture page, and then you're going to follow up with them over time and build a relationship with them, and then eventually they'll become a sale. So some sales will happen quickly, and some will require you to build a relationship. A lot of that depends on the product that you are marketing or the opportunity. I'm in a high ticket opportunity, and the price point is about $1,200 to join the business. And so usually I have to form a relationship with my prospects. So my leads usually come here. They go from traffic to lead to sale. Not a lot of direct sales, because it is something that people want to get a little more information about in order to make an informed decision. So this, in a nutshell, is the free strategies, the free strategy segment of your marketing campaigns. So you want to make sure that you're incorporating all these free strategies. And like I said, before you can submit any content, you have to become a better person. You have to become a better you. You have to invest in your own education so that you have content to submit. You're not just rehashing old, useless information. You want to add value, because if you don't add value up here, then none of it matters. You're not going to, if you add just crap to all these sites here, then nobody's going to want to see, nobody's going to be interested. So it has to start from the top here. Your personal development and the time you spend on yourself has to be valuable, and it has to be significant, so that when you do submit content, it will be meaningful content across the board, and then you'll have a more likely chance of getting this massive traffic. And so that's how it works. So that's kind of a little bubble chart of what you need to do. Now, conversely, we have another opportunity to generate leads, and that is on the paid side. Paid advertising can include something like pay-per-click and Google AdWords. So what happens here is we're not required to do so much of the legwork, whereas on the free marketing side, we need to actually come up with content, and this is where a lot of your time will be spent, creating content and submitting content. But on the paid advertising side, you don't really need to submit content. All you need to do, this is more of a direct response marketing environment, whereby all you need to do in pay-per-click is you need to come up with good ad copy and write a good ad, and then once you write a good ad, you'll immediately start seeing traffic back to your website, because pay-per-click is quite immediate. You can put an ad out there on Google AdWords and you can start seeing traffic in an hour. So it's very quick. And then the same thing will happen. Once you have traffic back to your website, you'll either see leads, people will opt in your site, and then later on they'll become a sale, or they'll become a direct sale. Either way, paid advertising is great to incorporate into your campaigns. You want to do that, and you want to do the free side. So those are two of the components of your marketing and sales funnel. And you want to make sure that you're not neglecting any of these resources, because they're out there. We have the opportunity to use all sorts of different resources and leverage technology, whether it be video or articles or pay-per-click, but make sure you are doing this. And that way you'll get as much traffic as you can, and you will start to see success. So I hope this helps, and good luck.